Amongst every blessing that a man could receive from God, I feel like good health is the best blessing. Hello, my loves. This is Favor Lawson. Can I be your fave? Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's still your girl, Favor, in the building. So guys, today I'm going to be telling you guys a very short story about something that happened in my life not too long ago, but I'm telling this story because it actually taught me a couple of things, which I hope you guys will also learn at the end of this video. Okay guys, this is not something too serious, but I feel like it's important. Actually, it's important. It's important that I tell this story. So guys, please, if you need to eat popcorn or drink Coke or anything, just grab whatever it is that you want to eat or chew while you enjoy the story session with me. Because guys, I promise you, you're going to enjoy every bit of this story. So stay tuned and enjoy. Yes, if you are seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, please do consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video, and also sharing it as well, and also dropping your comments rather in the comment section below. And if you're a returning subscriber, you have my heart already. Thank you so much for always coming back again to this channel to support your girl. Hey, I have a special place in my heart for you. Thank you so much. Hey, like, look at this hair. I don't know what's going on with this hair, but it will not stop me from doing this video. I don't know what's going on with my hair, guys. Look at this hair. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Like, okay, anyways, the show must go on. Are we? Yay! We go on. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm getting too excited. So, if you are interested in this kind of content or video, rather, continue watching. So, on this fateful day, I practically woke up with a swollen gum and a sore throat. Guys, the pain I felt, I practically thought that was the end. I thought the end is here. Like, I basically thought that after now, no more. Right now I'm saying it, I'm laughing because it sounds funny, right? But when it happened, when it was happening, when I was in the thing itself, when I was in the heat of it, it wasn't funny. Okay guys, let me quickly give you guys a backstory, okay? So prior to this day, like let's say 2 days before this particular day that everything descended. You know when they say eagle has landed? The day eagle landed full force on the ground like this. Let me just give you a backstory before I become too dramatic. Okay, so like 2 days before this day, I noticed that like one side of my face was a bit swollen. It was like, I don't know, let's say big. Swollen is the right word to describe what I'm talking about. So in the morning, I went to my mom's room, my parents' room, and I went there. I think I wanted to give my mom food or something. I wanted to serve her breakfast, and then my mom is very observant. That's one thing you must know. She's extremely observant. No matter how you look, because naturally I have chubby cheeks, right? Like I had it from day one. So it's something that maybe you will notice. You might think, oh, she added some weight, and my mom noticed something. She saw me and she's like, Faye, you look a bit. I think that was the expression she used. You look a bit. And that time I didn't even know, but I was feeling like something itchy in my throat, right? And I just felt a little what's it called now, discomfort in my gum, but I didn't think it was going to be anything serious. So when she asked me, I was like, I don't know. I started looking at the mirror, started looking in the mirror, I was like, it's true. I think my cheek got a little bit swollen. Maybe I added weight. And she's like, this doesn't look like weight. It looks like something is basically not right, actually. But then she said, let me not stress you. And then we finished talking about other things, and I left. That was when I realized that, hey, your face actually looks a little swollen. And I just brushed it aside. You know, sometimes we feel some kind of pain, and then we just say, sometimes we just go, you overlook it, right? Okay, so I overlooked it basically, and I thought, oh, maybe I added some weight and I need to sort that out. Okay, so a few hours into the same day, the itch, I think it's called an itch, Abby. There's something that happens in your throat, right, when you're about to get a sore throat. Thank you. So it got a bit severe, a bit more intense. So I complained, and I told my dad that I really want him to get me some fruits, because fruits, they have vitamin C and they fight infections, right? And you know, this was the COVID-19 era, as in it's still strong right now, but the strain is actually getting worse in the country. If you're in South Africa, or if you've heard about it somehow, somewhere, you'd realize that South Africa actually, as they're having it hard this time. This COVID thing is really hitting South Africa really, really hard, and it's actually not. This was the of COVID. It was, I think, it wasn't too long ago, but COVID was happening. So I didn't want to hear that I have gotten in contact with any COVID, anything, blah, 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 you name it. Okay, I actually wasn't scared of COVID at the moment, but I was like, if I'm getting a flu, let me sort that out early before it gets serious, and then maybe I need to see a doctor. Guys, please forgive me, I'm touching my nose. Okay, wait 1 minute, let me get a tissue. Okay guys, sorry, I'm back. I had to go wash my hands quickly and get a tissue. It's that time of the year when it's really, really cold. We're in winter right now, and our nose, different story. Cold is wonderful. Okay. Okay, let me not digress. Okay, all right. So I didn't think I actually had COVID, or I had come in contact with anyone who had the COVID, but prevention, they say, is always better than cure, right? So I told my dad, I complained, and he told me, okay, you know what? I told him actually to get me some fruits, please, because I think he was out already. So I told him, as you're coming back, please get me some fruits. I told him to get me some orange. I told him to get me some lemon. Yeah, some orange, some lemon. I also asked him to buy some ginger, because ginger is anti-inflammatory and it really helps. I learned all those things from my mommy, from my mom actually. So I told him, please buy me this thing. Please, I need it. I'm feeling some kind of way. And so he said, okay, it's fine. So he went and he got those things on his way back, and yeah, he brought it back home, and then I had them, okay? And normally those things are supposed to fight any form of infection or flu or whatever, as the case might be. It was supposed to help me with my predicaments, if I can use that word. Okay, so I had my lemon. I sliced the lemon, put it in warm water. I drank it. I ate the oranges inside and out everywhere. I ate the orange because I wanted to fight this thing that was happening. Continued, it didn't help me at all. But this pain was not as severe. Like, it wasn't something that I couldn't deal with. So I made a hot cup of tea. Was it tea or coffee? I've forgotten the exact one. I made something hot and I drank it. As I was drinking it, I started to realize that I was getting a more painful, what would I call it now? Feeling, yes, in my throat. But I said, okay, let me fight it now. Let me kill it. Let me murder it. Let me kill it now before it rises to a different, level. But it didn't help. Okay, it didn't help. So I practically saw myself getting sick, like as the time was progressing, as the day was coming to an end. I found myself getting sicker and sicker. So I didn't know what to do. Time for dinner. They asked me, as a person that's not feeling well in the house, what do you want? So I made a request. I said I wanted KFC. So my dad said, okay, it's fine. He bought KFC. At least he thought maybe, to make me happy. It's not easy to be sick. So he bought KFC for the house. So as I was eating this KFC, I wasn't enjoying it. Like at this time, what would I say now? The seriousness, or rather the effect, was becoming more serious. It was becoming stronger. As I ate the food, I just told myself, you're not going to concentrate on that sore throat. You're going to eat and then you go to bed. So I ate the food. I drank this hot cup of tea or coffee. I don't know which one it is right now, but I drank something hot. And then I said, okay, it's fine now. Let me go and sleep, Abby. Okay. So I practically slept that night. Then the next day, it was still there. Okay. In the morning, I woke up. I peeled some ginger and then I started chewing on it. Ginger, remember, it is anti-inflammatory. It helps to relieve you of pain. So I really wanted that. That hot effect it gives to you when you chew and you swallow. I really wanted it. I told my mom that I'm feeling some type of way. And with me, most times, I don't know what causes this, but I get sore throats like, I don't know, maybe once a month or 2 months, something like that. So my mom was like, your sore throat again, don't worry, we'll be fine. Okay, I thought that was the case actually. And I figured out that my gum, something is happening. It wasn't going down, it was rather increasing. But then I just said, I'm not taking any medications, I'm not doing this, let it go on its own. I wanted my body to heal itself on its own. So this day went. It was just like the previous day. Then, so this day, faithful day, that the eagle basically landed. This day that everything descended. I woke up. My gum was swollen. Okay, I think this was a Sunday. Yeah, it was a Sunday. So I woke up. My gum was swollen. I couldn't close my mouth properly. It was just like, my gum was hanging. I couldn't close my mouth properly. So I ignored it. I woke up as early as I usually did, and then I prepared breakfast. I did some chores. I did some cleanups. I switched on the geyser to boil water so everybody could have a shower quickly and go to church. I did all that quickly. Then I just noticed that I wasn't my normal self. I was practically getting worse. It was getting worse. So when everyone had breakfast, I just went and I laid down. Like, this is something weird. This doesn't happen at all. I don't just wake up from sleep and go back to the bed to lie down and sleep again. This is an unusual occurrence, alright? So my mom came and she noticed. She's like, Filma, what's going on? I told her, I'm not feeling well. When I talk like this, my mom knows it's serious, okay? And so she came to me and she tried to feel my temperature to know if I was okay. She said, but your temperature is not that high, what's going on? I told her, the sore throat and the swollen gum. It's getting worse. And then she was like, what do we do right now? What do we do? Is it so terrible? On a scale of 1 to 10, how severe is your pain? She asked me that. And I think at this point it was a 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a 5. So I told her, I'm thinking it's a 5. And in SA we call Panado. She asked me if I wanted to take some Panado. And then I said, I don't think I accepted to take some Panado. Okay, I said okay. At this point, the pain was becoming excruciating and I couldn't take it any longer. So she gave me some Panado. I took the Panado and I felt like it was getting better. All of a sudden, it wasn't working. Like it was not working at all. I was still lying down on the bed, guys. It was a Sunday morning. My sister came and said, "What's going on? Are you okay?" I told her, "No, I'm in pain and it's getting worse." At this point, I could still talk to people, Sha. I could still talk, okay? I hadn't gotten to that level where I couldn't talk again. My dad came and he asked, "Okay, what's going on? Are you okay?" I said, "I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling good." And they're like, "But you're gonna come to church, right?" I said, "I think so." So we went and they got ready, so they dressed up. I couldn't eat properly that morning, but I just forced myself to eat. I forced myself to have breakfast. So I went to lie down on the bed. Everyone was getting ready. I just noticed that I wasn't feeling good at all. I was not in any way feeling good at all. I just knew myself that I wasn't feeling good. I think it was now 30 minutes for church to actually start, and Favor Lawson was not ready for church. Okay. So my dad came and he said, "The way things are going, I don't think you're coming to church today." At that time, I didn't even know what I was thinking because the pain was becoming very severe. My mom came and she looked at me. She said, "What's going on? You every time you get sick, other people, their own problems, like they start for a while before they become acute. Yeah. So, but you, how come your own case is always like this? Why is that when something happens, it's really, really, really happening? It's acute." I was like, I don't know. I was down. So she's like, "You know what? Don't bother getting to church. Just stay at home. Watch a channel on DSTV, a church channel at least, to be in the mood of prayer and worship and everything. We'll go and come back and see." And I said, okay. My dad laid hands and he prayed for me. My mom also prayed for me, and my siblings also prayed before they left the house. So I was alone at home, and we had to stay in church for 2 hours, okay? So after an hour of me lying down, actually immediately they left, I went in to take a shower because my mom said, "Take a shower, you might feel better." So I went and I took a shower, went to the sitting room, I sat down, I put on the TV, and then I started watching a channel. I've forgotten the name of the channel now. I don't want to say what channel it wasn't. I've forgotten the actual channel I was watching, but it was a faith channel. I was watching it and I was praying with them. So after like 30 minutes, I was like, let me just stand up and prepare lunch for everybody when they come back. I'm always thinking about my family members. What are they gonna eat? What are they gonna? I'm always like that. So despite the pain I was feeling, I stood up and I went and I prepared lunch. I prepared rice. I think it was jollof rice and fish. So yeah, that was what I prepared. Pain was terrible. Guys, I cooked, but I didn't taste the food. I didn't eat it, okay, because of how severe my pain was. I'm sorry, guys, if you're hearing any noise, it's the neighbor's kids. They don't. Please bear with me, okay? I hope you can hear me actually, but if you're hearing so much of noise outside, it's the neighbor's kids. They don't practically listen to anyone, no matter how much you beg them. They just don't listen. Okay, so I didn't eat the food that day. Guys, look at what I'm having. Look at what I'm having. I'm having this juice and vegetable juice blend. It's really, really healthy and delicious. There's beetroot, there's apple, there's so many other good stuff in there. So I'm having it. Please come and join me. Or should I drink first? Should I drink for everybody? Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I said to have a little break. Okay, so Where was I? Okay, so I prepared lunch and I didn't get to eat it because I found things are happening in my body. Afterwards, I went and I sat back down, continued watching TV, and then after church service, my parents, my siblings, they came back home, and then they saw me, and then my mom asked me, "How are you doing, Faye? How are you doing?" I said, "I haven't gotten better actually," and then so she got concerned. My sister, she saw how I was looking, and I wasn't looking good at all. I don't know if she actually went to cry because that one, she can cry for the world. If anybody's sick, she practically gets sick with that person. If you have a broken leg or anything that's hurting you, she will start feeling it. Guys, when she saw how severe this thing was, my sister started feeling she started feeling like she had the sore throat as well. Like, it's me that is sick, not you now. But that's my sister. She didn't. I think she was about to cry or something. I saw her face was like, I don't know what's wrong. How are you doing? She was like, do we go to the hospital? What do we do? Anyways, after all those, my mom checked and she saw that my temperature was actually rising and I was getting sick. That's what do we do? Should we get you some tea? Should we get you this? Should we get you that? They were looking for what to do for me, but I wasn't getting any better actually. And my mom went to the kitchen and she opened the pot and she saw food. She's like, "Don't tell me that you were sick but you had time to cook for the family." I said, "I just felt a little bit of freedom when I went to cook." And she said, "This food doesn't look like you touched it." I said, "I didn't eat it." She's like, "You didn't eat it." And she's like, "You didn't eat it because of the pain?" And then I said, "Yes." And she said, "This is becoming very serious." And she now asked me, "Do we go to the hospital? Do you think we should go to the hospital? And this is becoming serious." Guys, like I told you earlier, this was the COVID season. This was when the COVID was happening live and direct. I was scared out of my own skin. I said, "No, mommy, I'm not going. Actually, I think I'll be fine." Because if it's not an emergency, okay, I don't even think the nurses would like to see you. The load of work they had to do was massive. So you coming there with your small illness or your swollen gum, you just be like a distraction. Guys, it was so serious to the point that some people that were diagnosed with COVID-19 didn't get a space, like a bed space to line up in the hospital. Didn't get it. Some were sent home to practically take medication to get better. Something as serious as COVID. And I was looking at myself, it was only sore throat and swollen gum. And also, I didn't want to go to the hospital for them to tell me, "My dear, you have COVID-19. In my mind, I didn't think I had it though, but I didn't want that kind of report, okay? So I told my mom, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. She's like, "Okay, what do we do?" My dad was concerned. He said, "What do we do?" And then I said, "I don't know. Maybe we should go to the pharmacy and get something." So my mom said, "Okay, Panadol didn't work." I said, "No, it didn't work." She said, "Okay." And my dad, I had to beg my dad again to go to the shop. Okay, guys, mind you, during this COVID thing, when it was really serious, like whenever you go to the grocery store, you don't just walk through, okay? Because we had to maintain social distancing. So they used to like give us a time, like they count like I think 20 in, and then you wait. After 20, the rest would come in. Another 20, like we go in batches. And they always mind the senior citizens, the elder, the more, the grown-ups. Like from 60, they mind you first. Like they always, they take the 60-year-olds and above into the grocery store. They allow them to go shopping first. because they were at high risk. They were at a higher risk of getting this COVID-19 than we, the young ones, are. Okay, so we asked my dad that he would go for us. My father was like, I will go. I'm gonna do anything that would help you get better. So daddy took it upon himself to go to the pharmacy and speak to the pharmacist. So he went there and spoke to the pharmacist, told them exactly what was going on, and they recommended it wasn't a nasal spray, it was a mouth spray. They recommended a mouth spray. They said, okay, she can't chew, she can't swallow. Okay, it's okay. She must take this spray and spray it in, and after you must take so amount of spray, and then after a few minutes you begin to feel relief. But if she doesn't feel relief, I think she has to come and see the doctor. So my dad came back with the medication, and then he showed my mom. My mom's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's true. I've also seen doctors recommend this to patients in the hospital. My mom is a nurse. She actually works in the hospital, so yeah. That's all of this. She's a nurse, of course she works in the hospital. These guys don't mind me. So my mom is a nurse, okay? She's a qualified nurse. And she has also seen where the doctors recommend this for people that have sore throat, right? And this one was for both swollen gum and the sore throat. Okay, so she's like, okay, I think this will work. So I took the medication, I did the spray thing. I waited for a few minutes. It did not work. It was as if I was spraying water in my mouth. It did not work. It was at this moment I knew this one didn't come to play. I knew that this sore throat and swollen gum work normal. It carry fire for months. It's not playing with anyone. It's not here to laugh. It was not. Guys, I'm getting too dramatic because I'm remembering exactly what I passed through. I'm remembering exactly everything I felt on that day. It wasn't even a joke. I think I'm even telling you guys on a very lighter note because if you were there, you will pity me. It didn't work, guys. It did not work. It didn't work. And this mouth spray was quite expensive. This spray, it was expensive. It felt like a waste of money. It didn't work. I still have the spray till today. After that time, it did not work. My mom was asking, meaning, is it working now? It's not working, Mama. Mommy, it is not working. What shall I do, dear Lord? I didn't know what to do. So my mom was like, okay, do we go to the hospital? I said, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't think it's a good idea. At least not now. I don't want to go to the hospital. She said, give it a few minutes, and then you can spray again. Let's see if the one you took was not enough. After a few minutes, I tried again. It was a few minutes or an hour. I've forgotten, but she said just give it some time so I don't overdose on it. Because it had some, I think, alcohol to knock me out or something. It didn't work. It's not funny. It didn't work. Okay. Nothing worked for me. Panadol didn't work. Ginger didn't work. I spray that the pharmacist recommended to me did not work as well. So now it was left for me and God to know what to do. Guys, we used prayers. We prayed. I prayed. I continued to pray. My mom was praying. My dad was praying. I think it was at this point the discomfort rose from a 5 to a 10. It was bad. My sister, I'm sure. I didn't see her crying though, but I'm sure she went in to cry because she saw it was getting worse. And I wasn't. Now at this time, I stopped talking to people. When you're talking to me, I'd either be nodding or I might just look at you because I couldn't talk. It got worse. I told you I couldn't close my mouth properly. Right now, It was halfway. It was split half. It was halfway open. My lips, my mouth actually, because my gums are not meeting. Oh my God. Okay. So my mom was like, okay, what do we do? I said, it's fine, let's leave it. Maybe the next day we'll look for what to do. Okay. A movie was playing in the sitting room. Some of my very, very favorite actors and actresses of all times were acting. Guys, the movie became irritating to me. My mom was in the movie, my dad was in the movie. They enjoyed the movie, they were enjoying the movie, but it was irritating me because I was in pains. So after a few minutes of sitting down in the sitting room, I just stood up and went to the room and I laid down back. I laid on this side. Over here, it felt, because the pain was from my gum here down to my throat. So as I laid on this side, it felt like, I don't know, like this part was pressing in. And then I now changed my position. I said, maybe if I lie on this side, it won't be bad. When I laid on this side, it felt as though this part was now gonna fall off. Like the pressure, the pain intensified. It got worse. Like within the twinkle of an eye, it got worse. It got worse. I don't even know how to explain this, but it got worse. So I now decided to lie on my back. I laid on my back for a few minutes, and I started feeling very, very uncomfortable as well. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get some comfort? How am I supposed to feel better? I didn't know what to do at this point. This is a girl that was up and running few days ago. If you wanted anything, I was going to give it to you, live and direct. But at this point, I was down. I couldn't even laugh. Like nothing was funny to me. Nothing was practically funny to me. Guys, I just remembered something. Let me go back. When I was lying down in the morning and my siblings came to see how I was doing, my brother, Grant, he likes to tease me. So he was like, he's like, this swollen gum and your sore throat came, so you can close your mouth. the way I just said it now was close your mouth, talk too much. He was trying to make me laugh. He always says that to me though. Like, okay, he likes to tease me and stuff. He's like that. He always makes jokes and all. He wanted to, help me laugh, and the way he said it is quite funny. I'm not even saying it well. So actually, I laughed at the time. Okay, but now he saw that things are not. It wasn't a joke anymore. It was serious. It was really happening to me, and I wasn't laughing with anybody. So. As I felt the discomfort lying down on my back, I just stood up and came back to the sitting room. My mom was like, okay, what's going on? Are you feeling any better? I wasn't feeling any better. I just sat down. I came out with my blanket and I sat down in the chair and I wrapped myself. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I practically brought a bucket. Yeah, a bucket, an old bucket. Sorry. And I was spitting into the bucket. Why? Because I couldn't swallow. It was terrible. Sorry guys, saliva couldn't pass. This is someone that would wake up and talk and laugh and eat and just be happy. But today, saliva couldn't pass. The smallest thing couldn't just pass. And because of pain, because I wasn't in good health, I wasn't 100% okay. So I just sat down in the sitting room and I continued seeing the movie with them. I couldn't take the pain anymore. I practically stood up and I went to the balcony and I just bent over by the balcony. I was looking at the trees that God had created. I was just looking at everything. Guys, prior to this, okay, my mom got an ice pack. Okay, she got an ice pack, and then she asked me to place it on my throat, on my neck, sorry, so it could like get to the throat, and also on my gum. She put it in a towel. She had it wrapped in a towel, and she asked me to place it on my cheek and my neck as well. But guys, it only helped me with my sore throat a little bit, but my gum that was inflamed, nothing. It didn't work. It actually became irritating as time went on. So I practically let it go. So I went to the balcony and I just bent over by, there's it didn't have a rail, but it had, the cement, this thing you could lean on. It's like a rail actually, but it's not a rail, it's a cement kind of, I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but I could lean over it. Sorry about that. So I leaned over and I just practically opened my mouth because I couldn't close it. I could not swallow saliva. It was bad. So I just opened my mouth and the spit, the saliva, everything was just pouring out. I wasn't even bothered if my neighbors were in their houses looking at me. I needed comfort. I needed relief. It was terrible. Thinking about it now, I felt like I kind of like went overboard, but the pain was bad. I couldn't take the pain, guys. I'm giving you guys this story in depth because I'm getting to something, okay? Okay, so I just leaned over the balcony and as my mouth was wide open, I was praying in my heart. At some point I asked myself, I'm like, is this the kind of pain that kills people? I thought I was going to die, guys. I thought I was going to die. My mom was calling. I stayed there for like, I think 30 minutes. So mommy was like, Faye, are you okay? Is it bad? Should I come? Should I come and do anything for you? Hey, my mom was really amazing. Like she was just sitting with me. She would massage my back. She would massage my face. She just wanted to do something to help me feel better because normally I can manage pain. Normally on a normal day, I'm not the one that will be jumping and crying that I'm in pain. But this time, I wasn't having it at all. So as she was calling me, I didn't answer her. I didn't mind her at all. I didn't want to answer. I was not in the mood. I wasn't having it at all that day. So I was there by the balcony and I was like asking myself, is this it? Is this the end? Am I ever gonna be fine? I mean, I've tried virtually everything that is normal. Like when you have a swollen gum, you practically take anti-inflammatory, you take the spray, whatever, and you feel better. Okay? And none of these things worked. Not even the ice pack, nothing worked for me, nothing at all. So I started praying and asked God, I said, please heal me. I can't do this anymore. This is too much for me. And I hadn't eaten. Guys, remember, I hadn't eaten today because of the pain. I couldn't even swallow water. My mom gave me warm water and salt to gargle down because it was supposed to help. It didn't help me. So I stayed there for a while, and then afterwards I just came in and I sat down. My mom said, do you want to go and lie down? I said, no, I'm not lying down. I'm just going to sit on this chair and see what happens. So I sat on the chair and it was now late in the night, I think, and then my siblings went to bed and my parents were about to go to bed. My dad prayed for me before he went, and my mom was asking me if I wanted her to stay with me because I wasn't feeling good. I said, no, I'm fine, just go. I'll watch TV, I'll try to get my mind off things. I said, okay. She prayed for me and then she went to bed. Guys, I sat down there and I was just looking at the TV. I was watching a very interesting program, guys, Jennifer's Diary. And this episode I was watching was the one that she was teaching the primary school kids how to take care of themselves, like how to prevent COVID. And she was teaching them a song. She's like, "This is the way I what's up?" Oh God, it was quite. But I remember it right now. I laugh because it was quite funny. But then, guys, I just wanted her to keep quiet. I wanted to switch my TV off because I wasn't having it. I was not in the mood for that. So after a while, I was like, okay, let me just go lie down. Maybe sleep would come, So I now switched off the TV. I did everything. I took myself to the room and I basically laid down. I forced myself to sleep. And then I forced myself to sleep, and I could sleep for a few hours. Not real sleep, but I remember that I closed my eyes at some point, and then I finally woke up. I think I woke up around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or something or thereabouts. I couldn't cope with the pain anymore. So I came out of the room, I sat down in the sitting room again. Immediately I sat down in the sitting room. I just heard my parents' room door. They opened the door and then my mom walked out. She's like, "Can't sleep." So I can't sleep. And she's like, "What do we do? We can still go to the hospital because this is actually acute. This is acute. It's not something, I can't even ask you to continue managing this pain because look at your face, it's so swollen. It got worse. Okay, it practically got worse." And nothing was helping. Nothing was helping. Guys, prior to this, okay, Saturday night when the pain was rising, I went on YouTube. I started asking for how to treat a painful gum, a swollen gum, and a sore throat. I started getting recommendations. One of the recommendations I got was to boil flaxseed and to squeeze out the water, some like a gel-like thing from flaxseed, and I did. Luckily, we had flaxseed at home at that time, so I did. Guys, it did not work. It didn't work. The next thing I was told was to squeeze some lemon. Okay, I did that before and I did it again, but it still didn't work. Another recommendation I got was to, cloves, they're like roots. I think they're roots actually. The small tiny black roots. So just put it on the swollen gum and close your mouth and let it just dissolve basically, and it's gonna help your gum and it's gonna help your throat. Guys, all these recommendations didn't work. All this advice didn't work. I tried it all. I did everything and it didn't work. It didn't work. Fast forward to today, my mom came and then she's like, "What do we do?" I said, "I don't know." At this point, I was about to start crying because I was of pain and I didn't know how I was going to get relief. My gum was still swollen to the same level and it was actually increasing. The pain was increasing. It was like, I don't know, like something was, I don't know if it's like someone was hitting a nail straight in my, oh God, it was bad. At some point it felt like someone was dragging my goodness, I don't know how to explain it right now, but it was bad. So my mom came and sat next to me. She gave me a hot water bottle and then she let me hold it and she said that I'd be fine. She was massaging my face and she's like, "I gave you the ice pack and it didn't work, right?" I said yes. And I said, "How about we try some hot water?" She said, "Me too, and just try anything you want to try. Anything, I'm okay, I'm good." So she got a basin with hot water inside and she got a cloth. I think she was using my face towel. So she used the face towel and she soaked it in that hot water and then she dabbed my face. And then at some point she held my face with that hot water. And guys, I felt relief. For once since I started feeling pain, And I told my mom, Mommy, it's working. I said, this is working. This is working. Let's do it again. So she did it again. She helped me, and then she was busy massaging my cheek. My dad came out. He saw things happening. He's like, what's going on? How are you feeling? I said, Mommy's helping me. I'm feeling better. Guys, see, one thing for sure is you can never ever be too grown up for your mom to help you. Like that day, I appreciated my mom. I don't know how to explain it. I appreciated her over again. Like she helped me, right? Everybody was helping, everybody was helpful, everyone was there, everyone was emotionally around, but my mom was basically there for me, there. My dad was there, he was running up and down, he did practically everything. If I needed anything, he was gonna buy it. My sister, she was praying, she was even crying with me. She was there emotionally, she was there. My brothers were also there. Prosper was asking me, do I want anything? He would go buy for me. Grant was like, do you want anything? What do you want? I can do this, I can do that. No, nothing helped. It's at that point, I wasn't thinking about money. At that point, I wasn't thinking about anything that I hadn't, what's it called now? Anything that I hadn't accomplished. I wasn't thinking about the house that I don't have. I wasn't thinking about the car that I was hoping to get that I haven't gotten. I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't thinking about getting a house in Banana Island. I wasn't thinking of going to Mauritius. I wasn't thinking about anything money can buy. I was practically thinking about how I would get healthy. I was thinking about how I would be fine, how I would be okay. I was not thinking about money. Guys, good health is the most prized. Good health is the most prized possession any human being can get. Good health is the best blessing anybody can get. I don't know, like, I only had a swollen gum. I only had sore throat. Guys, think about the people who have such huge issues. Think about the people that are breathing through a machine. Think about people whose lives depended on medications. Think about people who can basically wake up and stand up on their own. When you think about that, you realize that good health is everything. We need money. We need money, of course. But at that point, beautiful people, I was not thinking about money. I wasn't thinking about food. I wasn't hungry. I didn't have appetite for food. There was food in the house, but I didn't want to eat it. I was even getting, what do you want me to buy? I can buy anything. When I'm healthy and I'm asking for all those things, we will buy it. But now I'm not feeling okay. Everyone was rushing. I'm not saying it's bad, but they wanted me to feel happy. They wanted me to feel more comfortable. But none of those things were working. I didn't want to eat it. So I asked myself, why do people kill themselves for money? You kill yourself for money. When you die, you would lie in a coffin and you go down. You don't know what's going on. You know, someone could just come and slap the corpse. You can't do anything. But you had money. You were rich. You bought 1,000,001 things. You could afford a whole lot of things. But right now you're dead. You want nothing. Even if you remember everything you have. But when you're going to the land of the dead, to heaven or to hell, you're going with nothing. Let me not go too far. Let's come back to the story. So I started feeling much more relief right now, and then my mom continued. As she was doing that, I think I managed to sleep. There was still pain. It wasn't over, but I felt a lot of relief. I slept a little and I woke up and my mom was still there. She said, how am I feeling? I told her the pain is back. The pain is back. My mom was praying, everybody was praying. My dad came, he asked me what's going on, how am I doing? Guys, I'm so sorry if I'm a bit jumpy. I don't know. I just hope you guys understand exactly what I'm saying and how like the story is going. I hope you guys get it, okay? So my dad was asking, what do we do? What do we do? So now I woke up and the pain was back. Guys, please forgive these kids. I don't even know what to do anymore. Please ignore them. Thank you. So the pain came back. Apparently the pain came back, and then my mom looked at me and she's like, she gave her own nurse diagnosis. Mommy Ristic. I know she's gonna be seeing this video. So she gave her own diagnosis, and then she said, you know what, let's go get her some anti-inflammatory medication from the pharmacy. She said, if this doesn't help you, whether you like it or not, we will go to the hospital. We will go to the hospital. And so I said, okay. They were all rushing to help me go get it from the pharmacy. Like they were rushing. It was happening. But then my dad said let him go and get it. So let him go and get the medication from the pharmacy himself, so it will be a lot faster. So at this time, I think it was now 5 a.m. or so, and the pharmacy wasn't open, obviously. But then my dad got ready, and immediately the pharmacy was open. He stormed out of the house, he gave me the anti-inflammatory, and he prayed again. Guys, it's good to be born into a family that prays. If you pray, half of your problems are over, okay? Right now, thinking about this thing, I feel like without prayers, this was going to be a little bit worse, if not way worse than what it was. Because guys, prayers are everything, okay? You don't know what your prayers do. Okay, in the physical world, you don't know what your prayers do. Okay, right now, thinking about it, maybe this was going to be a very serious issue. Okay, but glory be to God, it didn't turn out serious anymore. So my dad went to the shopping. I don't know if I'm gonna call it a mall, but in that place, there's a pharmacy. There are other shops. And that's where we normally go shopping. It's like a grocery store that has a pharmacy in there and so many other things, guys. So he went there, he got this anti-inflammatory for me. While he was gone, my brother was like, this is really serious. That they haven't even heard my voice. I haven't talked to them since how many days ago. And this is really weird. And my mom was like, no, this really got her bad. I mean, she's not even like, she said, you always feel the house, but now you're not feeling well. The house feels really empty. This is serious, okay? And they were everyone was so concerned. My sister would come and she'd say something and she'd go inside, she'd go do something else that she was doing, and I was in so much of pain. At least the hot water helped to calm my nerves down. And then my dad came back with the anti-inflammatory. I took the anti-inflammatory immediately, and I think it took about an hour before the anti-inflammatory kicked in. I think it took an hour, beautiful people, before it kicked in, because the level of the pain was terribly high. The level of the pain was terribly high. So before it came down, it took quite a good oh my God. And as I was there, I was praying. I swallowed this anti-inflammatory pills, and I was praying. Actually, the thing is to take one pill if your pain is a little, or you take two if your pain is severe. My mom was like, are you gonna take one? You're not supposed to take too much of medication. I told her, Mommy, give me 2 pills. This thing I'm talking about is not a joke, it's serious. So I told her, Mommy, I'm taking 2 pills. I remember I was very serious about the 2 pills. Normally, I'm not really that kind of person that would put my foot on the ground and say, if it's not 2 pills, I'm not taking. No, I'm not like that. I take advice. I listen to what people are saying. I listen to people with experience. What they say. I listen to it. I listen to them and I take their advice. But this time I said no. I'm taking 2 pills. I'm not gonna take one, and if it doesn't work, I now have to wait all over. The pain was too much, guys. I took those 2 pills and I was praying. I said, God, help me, help your daughter. Please do not allow me to go through this pain again. I cannot take it. And after an hour, I felt relief. The hot water helped, yes. But fam, after I took this anti-inflammatory, I felt relief. Then I came back to myself. The pain wasn't gone completely. I mean, my gum was still swollen, but at least I could close my mouth a little. The sore throat went down to some point. And all of a sudden, I just saw myself. I stood up and I started smiling and talking with people. My sister brought food and I ate. I ate from one side. I couldn't basically chew. I swallowed 80% of the food without chewing, which is very bad, but because of the discomfort, I couldn't chew. But at this point, I'm talking to you guys, the pain had gone down. And now I could at least eat. I could laugh. Okay, I took the anti-inflammatory like I think 2 more times before I finally stopped taking it. But the swelling on my gum stayed there for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, I was still suffering that. It was severe, but the pain wasn't as bad, and I didn't take medications the whole 3 weeks. No, I didn't. I could bear the pain, but the swelling was still there, and my throat, I think the sore throat actually left after 1 week. But the swollen gum was there. It was still painful. I actually touched it. There was no tooth coming out. Nothing at all. Like I think for 2 days, I wasn't allowed to brush my teeth because it was severe. My mom said, do not interfere with that gum. I do not want any form of infection. I don't want anything serious. Don't interfere with the gum. She gave me salt and water to gargle. I wasn't going out, so it was okay. And yeah, I gargled that. Like I think I did that twice a day with warm water and just gargling. Not twice. I did it anytime I felt like I needed to rinse my mouth, basically. So I did that I think for 2 days, and then afterwards, 3 weeks later, I just got better and I was back to myself. Guys, why did I give this story? I didn't think this was something that guys, I didn't feel that this was something to like maybe if someone hears the story, they'll be like, it's not just a swollen gum, it's not just sore throat that you get and you take anti-inflammatory and you get fine. I didn't feel like it was something so big. It's not as serious as someone going for a major surgery, someone who is actually breathing through a machine, or I didn't feel it was something so serious. But it later dawned on me that at that time I was going through this, I wasn't thinking about money. I wasn't thinking about what I wanted to achieve. I wasn't thinking about anything. All I wanted at that moment was to feel okay. All I wanted at that moment was to feel good. I wanted to be free so that I could at least talk. I wanted to be free so that I could at least laugh. I wanted to be my normal self. But that was what I didn't get at that point. And it dawned on me that most times the things we take for granted are the most important things in life. You know that saying, you don't know what you have until you lose it? There. I didn't know what I had in good health until I was sick for a few days. Most times you wake up in the morning, there's no pain anywhere. You stretch, you yawn, you sneeze, you cough, anything you want to do, you do it. And then you just get out of bed and okay, if it's breakfast, you're making breakfast. If you're social media if you're doing social media, you do social media. You talk to anybody, you talk, you chat, you laugh, you go on YouTube, you go on YouTube rather, you go on YouTube, you go on Instagram, you do whatever you want, and we forget to say, God, thank you so much for this morning. Thank you so much for good health. Thank you that I don't have any pain. Thank you that, guys, we should learn to be grateful for the life that we have. Life on its own is the greatest. Good health, guys, it's not easy. If God had to ask us to pay for the air that we breathe, if God had to ask us to pay, like every day you wake up, you pay so that your body from head to toe is not feeling any pains, a lot of people would be dead. I would be dead. I cannot afford the life that I'm living. It's not a joke, guys. It is really not a joke. It's not a joke to go to bed in the night, close your eyes and sleep, and then you wake up in the morning and you're still good, you're beautiful, you're healthy, your skin is glowing, your hair is growing, your nails are doing good, you're okay, there's no pain. But we take it for granted. We wake up and we are healthy, but there's no food in the fridge, there's no meat in your food, and you are angry, you are irritated, you are so annoyed because you cannot basically afford pizza, you cannot afford shawarma, you cannot afford chicken, you can't afford things. But you don't realize that even if you can afford those things, if your lips do not open up to eat them, you won't eat them, you won't enjoy them. This is what dawned on me, and that is why I thought to bring this story across to you guys, so I could also encourage you. Guys, I'm not innocent of this. I'm also very guilty. Sometimes I take God's blessings for granted and I keep complaining about what He hasn't done or what I'm not actually seeing at the moment, because God has made everything available to us. Guys, I don't know. Okay, let me not go too deep into this right now, but grateful. If you wake up and you're okay, you're feeling good, you're 101% good, please be grateful to God, because you don't actually deserve it. I said it guys, you don't deserve it. It's the mercy of the Lord that has kept you. Even if you wake up and you feel pain in your body, you are still alive. Be grateful for life. Do you know millions of people who have so much of money stashed away in their bank accounts and they can't even use it to be alive? Some people pray to have the life that you are living right now. My mom is a nurse. She goes to the hospital to work and she sees kids, babies that are suffering, and she asks herself, what did this child do? If we have committed sin, okay, right? But what did this innocent child do? This child was born with this. This child was born with a hole in the heart. This child was born without a, I don't know, just this child was born with something. This child was born with a respiratory infection. This child was born with I don't even know how to say it. People are born with serious things, and you cannot think that you are better than these people. You are not in any way better than these people. God's mercy has kept you. God has left you alive. He has made you healthy. You are strong. You wake up in the morning and you can complain. That's a blessing. You can complain. You can complain about something. That is a blessing on its own. At least your mouth is not paining you. You can complain. You don't have money in your pocket. You don't have money in your bank. You don't have food to eat. And you can complain. I don't want to delve into preaching right now, but I just want to leave us with a word. Be grateful. Please. You really do not know what you're enjoying right now. And even if you're on the sick bed, if you're watching this video and you are not feeling too good in your body, if you're not feeling healthy, the grace of God is sufficient unto you. You will be healthy. You will be fine. You're alive. That's enough to give you hope that you will be fine. And trust me, God is never gonna leave you. Just keep praying. You need to pray. Guys, prayer works. Prayer works. It's better to pray for everything, even if it doesn't seem important, than not to pray for anything. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Pray for everything, both the ones that are not relevant to you. Pray. It's better you pray and it's not important than you don't pray and it's important. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But with that being said, just be grateful, guys. Be grateful for life. Be happy. Thank God every blessed day, because this life is not our own. We don't own it. We don't deserve all the good things. We don't deserve to be healthy and another person is sick. But it's of the mercy of God that we're alive and we're healthy and we're strong. Amen. Amen. Okay, guys, I am so sorry I took too long. I didn't know when I actually went into. If you leave me, we will not go today. But I am so sorry, guys, that I had to stay too long. I just had this in my heart that I needed to say out. I just had to encourage people today. I just felt like it this morning. I felt like it, and I just said to just come here and tell you guys, I don't even know what to say again, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this story time, and thank you so much if you got to this point in this video. I want to say thank you so much for supporting me, and if this is your first time coming across this channel, please do subscribe. I wanted to say consider subscribing, but please subscribe to my channel, and like this video, and also share it, please, guys. And also drop your comments in the comment section below, guys. I really need to hear from you and know what you're thinking. Hey, you see this hair of mine? It's well. It's well. Oh God, I don't even know what I look like. Please, guys, bear with me. My hair, I don't even understand at all. But thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. You guys are amazing, and I love you all from the depth of my heart.